Hello and welcome. My name is Tony Amos and I'm with Electronic Signs, and this is a basic tutorial for anybody who has never used the sign software before to write and upload a text message to your sign and to upload images to your sign. It's a fairly basic tutorial for these features. If you're more experienced with the sign, you should really be looking at the advanced tutorial to be able to use your sign to its potential. So let's get started with this basic tutorial. And the first thing you do is click on Sign. Create Playlist. Brings up your work area. This is where you write your text messages. This is where you can manipulate text, font size, the way the text is positioned, etc. And on the far left-hand column is where you set up each of your messages. So for instance, there is one window set up at the moment. There is room for one message. Want to add another message? You click on here to add a second, third and fourth. When you want to move up and down these windows, so for instance, we want to start writing our first text message, you can use these arrows to manipulate up and down or simply click on the windows. So we want to write our very first text message in the sequence, so we are clicked in the right area. And the first thing we need to do to write a text message is make sure your cursor and your mouse is clicked in this area as it is here. So I'm writing my first text message and you can see that the font size is way too big. I want to write 2 lines. I want to write ask us about our education touchscreen tables, and the font size way too big. It's 76 at the moment. So let's change that down to 20 and I'll continue writing my text message by clicking in the window. And it all fits in. So the font is the right size. I will make sure I always use Arial. But you always need to make sure you've highlighted all your text to do that. The reason I'm using Arial is because I haven't really played with any of the other fonts yet or experimented with them. And I might change the colour to green. Do that there. And as you can see, the lines need a bit of manipulation here. So we go down to line spacing and let's change that to 10. See what effect that has. Hit return and now our first text message is formatted and laid out beautifully. Next message, we wish to upload an image. So we need to click down to the next window. We do that by clicking this downward arrow, clicking on it. So we're uploading and we're going to upload an image. So we click this icon for File Open. And here is the image on our computer. It's uploaded and that's how it will look. I always recommend that you also go to the display scale window and you click on original scale, and as you can see, that is automatically manipulated the image so that it's showing its intended size on your sign and the image has not been stretched to fill the sign real estate. You can also write overlay text on your image. So click overlay text, edit text, and now I'm going to write my message. In my message, I want to put the message in white font and I'll put it in bold, and I'd like to position it at the bottom left-hand corner of the image. Click the green arrow to accept and exit. I'm going to upload another image to my series of messages. So I click down to the third message, click here to upload your file, and again go to display scale, click on original scale to experiment to see if that is a better display of the picture, and in this case again it is. So we've set up our 3 messages. We want to preview what those messages, what the series of messages looks like. So click on preview and it's running through each of the messages. It's running very quickly, so I'm just going to change this play duration to 5. And as you can see, it's slowed down the series of messages. And once you've looked at your preview, you may decide that you wish to change one of your messages. So I'm going to do that now. Click back on, let's say, and I'm just changing one word on my text message. Ask us about. That change, and once again, let's have a look at the preview. And there it is. So once you're happy, you can save your file, give it a name. I'm going to call this one Test 1 and save. And while you've been working on your sign, there is nothing displaying on your sign yet, so it gives you time to play around and experiment. You need to publish this series of messages or your file to your sign and send it to your sign, and you just do that by simply clicking the publish button up here. So there you are, you've been able to upload 3 messages, including 2 images to your signs pretty quickly. And now that we're finished, before we finished, I'll show you the zoom function because that's pretty good. If you just click the plus, you can see that it makes the sign surface for you to work in bigger. I've minimized my window because of the video tutorial, so let me just fix that up. And you can see now how that influences your working area. And so, for instance, if you put it on 5, you're actually getting a much better idea of the sign real estate. So I hope you really enjoy sending your new messages to your signs, and we encourage you to watch the advanced tutorial so you can see more features in the software where you can use your sign to its potential. Good luck and thank you.